You guys, I hate to say it, but it's over for Bitcoin. You guys know this pains me to say this, as I am perpetually bullish on Bitcoin, but taking a look at the charts right now, we have been in a downtrend for over a year now, and we had this level of support here, or resistance rather, that we just couldn't seem to get through for over 6 months, and right now, poking through the last line of support, it's not looking good at all for Bitcoin, except it's inverted. So that means that we have been in an uptrend for over a year now. We have been at the 236 for 6 months of support. We have held this level of $25,000, 24,700 to be specific, for 6 months now. And now we are poking above the yearly high range. Right now, things look like they could be rocking and rolling, as Bitcoin is sitting at $31,673 at the time of recording this video. And 32,000 for me is the time that we are confirmed breaking out of this range, because we have been in this range for over 6 months now. Now, that is the macro. In the micro cycle, we'll see if we're actually breaking out right now in this very moment, but it wouldn't be weird for us to get rejected here in the micro cycle, come back down to 29,000, 28,000 before then finally breaking through. But we'll see how much strength this move actually has. As I've said, made the case many times that this is where I thought we were. This is back in 2016, and you'll see that we were at the 236 for 210 days, and we have been at the 236 for 210 days. We held that line for support. We had one little move down before rocking and rolling all the way to the 618. The 618 would bring us to $48,000. Now, even if we only get to the 0.5, you're still looking at 38,000, 35,000, somewhere in there. That is basically where I think we are at right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Things are getting rocking and rolling. Now, the one thing that's very interesting during all of this is Bitcoin has seemingly always traded with the Dow Jones, and it all but seems to be completely decoupling from the Dow Jones, as the Dow Jones is on a perpetual downtrend for real right now. No inversion, and we are breaking through the 618. We got rejected off of it, and we're all the way back at the 0.5 again. Same thing for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is actually even worse, on a perpetual downtrend, getting rejected, lower highs and lower lows. This does not look good. This looks very weak for the stock market, for the S&P, for the Dow Jones. This all looks extremely weak, while Bitcoin looks extremely strong. And that's typically not how it goes. Typically, they trade together, despite what people tell you. Now, when it did decouple, though, it was back here in November. It was a very painful decouple, while the stock market and the Dow Jones went rocking and rolling back here in November. As you can see here, Bitcoin, that is when we were at our bottom, basically. That I'm keeping my eye on, the DXY seems to have gotten rejected off of the 0.5 pretty strong. We had a big red candle, nasty to the downside. We'll see what that does. It looks like 382 is a good little bit of support, so we might just be ranging here for the DXY. The DXY, if you don't know, measures the strength of the US dollar in comparison with the other major fiat currencies. Gold, strong move. This is a classic bear trap on gold, and it really makes sense. Because, like, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Literally the day, let me say it again, literally the day when it pokes below at the yearly low here was right here when the war in Israel kicked off on October. And it shows you that this whole thing is manipulated. People talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being manipulated. Like, yes, it also is manipulated along with gold. This is pure manipulation. Get the price down before a big event happens. Like this right here for gold is insane. Up 10% in 7, 11, 13 days is absolutely insane for a precious metal. My heart goes out for these people, truly. Like, there's no winners in war. It's awful. Truly awful, awful, awful. You can say all that, and also two things can be true at once, is like these markets are manipulated and these apex predators are certainly taking advantage of it. But as for me, and right now, I'm going to be keeping my eye on the Bitcoin charts, seeing if we really are breaking out in this moment in time, or if we're going to get rejected and backtest on 29,000, 28,000. For me, either one of these scenarios are bullish, and either one of these scenarios are confirming that we are still on a perpetual uptrend, and this is the macro move that we're doing. The question is the micro, are we going to get rejected, or the micro we actually breaking out in this very moment in time, as the price of Bitcoin has actually went up since I've been recording this video. And I said it back in April. I thought that, well, not back in April, but I've said it since back in June. And certainly I've been saying it very loudly in September that I thought that $25,000 Bitcoin is not only going to hold right now, but it is going to hold forever, as we may never, ever, ever again get a sub $25,000 Bitcoin in the history of forever. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. And as long as it does hold, things are still extremely bullish for Bitcoin. If things are different, I will make a video coming out here and saying things are different. Here's why. But as of right now, things are trading right along to where we thought they were, which is right here on this 2016 retracement. That's what I think we're doing. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this time. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me for more, you savages.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, hustling.